The ninth presentation is from Ms. Megumi Lagme, Mr. Osamu Sone, and Mr. Kairi Kawasaki. Please start.
Yes. 80%. Statistics show that 80% of all prosthetic leg users are suffering from lower back pain. In the US, the amputees who use prosthetic legs are estimated at 1.5 million. And 1.2 million of them are suffering from back pain. In Japan, the prosthetic leg users are about 150,000. So 120,000 people are suffering as well. They don't just suffer from back pain. The conventional prosthetic leg users experience so much pain that they can't walk anymore. Many of them end up sitting in the wheelchair. What about the 20% who don't suffer from back pain? Are they okay? Well, not really. The conventional prosthetic legs don't allow them to walk naturally. They seem awkward when they try to walk. In other words, the conventional prosthetic leg users are still suffering today.
This is a robotic prosthetic leg. With our team leader, Ken Endo, Sony Computer Science Laboratory has developed completely new prosthetic leg that won't hurt the already hurt. We're honored to be presenting this cutting-edge robotic prosthetic leg here at All Japan's English Presentation Contest.
3,510 years ago, the first prosthetic leg was made in Egypt. Can you believe it? That's more than 1,000 years older than the birth of Jesus Christ. But the prosthetic legs used only for appearances, not to help people walk. Humans have been trying to improve the quality of them for more than 3,000 years. During the World War II, the US government arranged a deal with military companies to better functioning prosthetic legs. That was when prosthetic legs started to evolve dramatically. Here we are now in 2015. What's happening? We've started to make prosthetic legs that are stylish, modernized, and wearable for everyone. But are these prosthetic legs comfortable for users? The answer is no. As we mentioned earlier, the users suffer from severe back pain and seem awkward when they try to walk. These legs don't help them walk efficiently. What's the problem? Let's take a look. We use 5 kinds of muscle and joint when we walk. This is a picture of those muscles. And when we walk, we make 2 important actions to avoid lower back pain. The first one is pushing off the ground. When the right heel hits the ground, the left knee bends, extends, and push off the ground with ankle in order to move the body forward. This motion keeps on happening as long as we're walking. The other one is absorbing shocks by bending the knee and ankle. After the right heel hits the ground, the knee bends in order to absorb shock. The ankle bends as well. These 2 motions keep us from lower back pain. But without muscles, the ankle and knee making these actions, we can walk. Let's go back to the conventional prosthetic legs. Please take a look. This is a conventional prosthetic leg made of carbon fiber. What's good about this prosthetic leg is the weight. It's so light. That's why these prosthetic legs have been used. However, as you can see, it doesn't have the important functions needed to work. The users cannot push off the ground or absorb shock with this. They don't have the function of muscles, an ankle, or a knee. The users have no choice but to walk with a strength of lower back and hip. Of course, that's too much burden on the back, and eventually, users develop stable back pain.
With our robotic leg, users can actually walk. We installed the sensor, the motor, and the spring at the ankle to produce the actions of a human foot. When the user starts to walk, the sensor determines how much power the user wants to make on the foot and the angle of the ankle. Then, the motor ankle bends and returns to the right position to make the walking action the user wants to make. In other words, this motor enables the user to push the ground to walk and absorb the shocks. This can remove the terrible burden on the back of the users. And the spring supports the motor output and minimizes the motor size. Now, the weight of the robotic leg is as low as possible. What we have here is a short video of a man walking with a robotic leg. This is still a prototype of robotic leg, so the walking action is not that smooth yet. The plan is to complete and launch this robotic leg by 2018. Let me tell you a little about Ken Endo. He is currently an associate researcher at Sony Computer Science Laboratory Incorporated. He is trying to develop artificial legs that functions as well as real ones. We hope to banish the word handicapped from this world.
About 15 years ago, Ken learned humanoid robot in Keio University. One day, his best friend lost his legs to a disease. He often said, "I want to walk with my legs." As much as he wanted to help his best friend, he decided to. His major humanoid robot seemed so far from it. He decided to study at MIT so that he could develop prosthetic legs for his best friend. His professor at MIT said, "There is no such a thing as a physically disabled person. There is only physically disabled technology." Ken still talks about it. The professor's words inspired Ken to pursue his dream to help his best friend. The man walking with robotic leg in the video you saw was his best friend.
People who lose their legs and arms suffer enough already. And humans have taken over 3,000 years to truly help these people. It's about time we came up with something that can really help them to walk without tremendous amount of continuous pain inside and out. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for this opportunity today. We would be happy to tell you more about this cutting-edge technology. And we are looking forward to seeing you in 3 years with a complete, perfect robotic legs. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much for an interesting presentation. Questions, please?
Thank you very much for your presentation. You gave me some tips as to how to avoid my back pain, but perhaps it's a bit too late for me. Which part of the world, do you have any particular part of the world in mind in which to market this, or is this across the world? And how do you go about marketing marketing this?
That's a good question. And we are considering to sell this product to America and Japan. Because when I met Ken Endo, the developer, he said, I'm not sure, but the cost will be around 1 million yen. 1 million yen. So I think that's a little bit expensive, so we are considering the developed country.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Next question.
Well, thank you very much for your presentation. It's interesting enough. I just met to a group of engineers who dropped out, Sony and Panasonic, and formed a small company in Akihabara and doing very similar. They are producing, designing, and producing robotic arms, not legs. But anyway, whatever it is, legs or arms, I just want to listen to your opinion. Their goal is not producing welfare products for disabled people, but they like to give disabled people something which is much more advantage than non-disabled ordinary people by taking advantage of new technology. And they said they are now designing a robotic arm with smartphone or on fingertip or camera on the fingertip and the audio, video things. So said in the very near future, those Paralympians are able to run, jump much faster than or higher than Olympian. So that's the story I heard. So I thought it would be wonderful if a Paralympian beats all Paralympians who beat all Olympians. But I don't know. I haven't heard your friend of Sony. Is he still in Sony or he dropped out? I mean, the guy, Sony Computer Science Lab people.
Actually, he is making another company. He made an own company.
So he left. He
Yes.
left Sony.
He's now owner of Cyborg Limited. So he's making robotic leg for the Paralympics, and actually he made 3 kinds of prosthetic leg. One is for developing countries, like you can buy for 3,000 yen.
That's for welfare
Yes,
purpose.
for welfare.
Yes, yes.
And also for Paralympic robotic leg.
Are they trying to beat Olympian?
Yes, he said that.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Very interesting. Great presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, judges. Okay, now we go to the audience for questions. We have a lady here and also a lady over there in the corner. There's a lady with glasses up there.
Thank you for your presentation. My name is Tae Ogak. I'm from Tokyo University of Agriculture and Technology. You said like you want to sell that product to developed countries because it might be expensive. But how about developing countries? Because I'm sure that there are many people who need it. But so what do you think? Please, thank you.
Yes, as we mentioned earlier, the developer is making 3 kinds of robotic leg, but we chose this theme. And he's also making a cheaper one, like 3,000 yen only. And he already introduced that in India. So you can also buy the cheaper one for developing countries.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, next
Thank you.
question.
Thank you for your presentation and congratulations for your great teamwork. And my name is Batirdan. I'm from Osaka International University. Actually, I had 2 questions. And first, he said that these legs targeting USA and Japan. And I'm from that developing country. If I have no legs, then I can't buy these legs. then how I can buy hospital or in Amazon? And if I understand it right, and it takes 1 million yen or dollars, can you more information give me? Thank you.
Thank you for question. That's good question. We are considering we will sell this product at Sony CSL because in this phase, it's not easy to make this product as much as we can. So we can make small number of that. So we are considering to sell this product at Sony CSL.
Okay, thank you very much. Sorry for difficult question.
Okay, thank you for the questions, and thank you very much for an excellent presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
ありがとうございました。